Regardless of mullah propaganda, the Persians never converted to Islam, and according to Kurosh Aryamanesh, no Iranian is Muslim and no Muslim is Iranian. Hi, my name is Mason Baluchian, the author of Cyrus the Persian Messiah and some other books that you may review on Amazon.com at this address. Iranians were originally Zoroastrians, a philosophy established by Zoroaster, who founded his principles on the existence of Ahura Mazda, the light of universe, and Ahriman, the symbol of darkness. His teachings, way ahead of his time, included three major commandments leading man to salvation: good thoughts, good speeches, and good deeds. His doctrine was put to practice by Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Persian Empire, in 539 BC, when he issued his human right charter. Later, this credence was also used by Gnostics, Sufis, and travelers who sought spiritual happiness through controlling the domineering self or the ego. In 642 AD, Iran was invaded by Muslims who ravaged the country and plundered all its riches and treasures. They sacked the cities and burned all invaluable libraries in Tisfun and other parts of the country. When arrived at Persepolis, which was half buried in the ground, they thought that the stone reliefs were idols, and they chiseled all the faces. Fortunately, the buried part remained intact. The Muslim invaders posed a radical attitude towards women and believers of other faiths. They killed for the sake of God, raped women captured during the war, told lies, and stole from non-Muslims. In contrast, the Persians had high regards for women, were merciful to defeated enemies, and respected other religions. Trying to impose Islam on Iranians by force of the blade, the Muslims beheaded hundreds of thousands of Iranian patriots, raped their women and children, and sold them in slave markets. In order to escape prosecution, the majority of the Persians superficially showed they had converted while keeping their own values and rejecting the controversial principles imposed on them. Being nomads, the invaders had not developed a habit of living in cities, nor had they evolved values worthy of competition with that of the Persians. Their campaign against the Persian culture proved useless due to superiority of the Persian civilization and the prevailing resistance by Iranians, who kept their national spirit alive by preserving their language, calendar, traditional ceremonies, and belief in truthfulness and good manners. Herodotus, the Greek historian, writes about the Persian truthfulness. The most disgraceful thing in their estimation is to tell a lie, and next to this, to owe money. During the Persian Empire, telling a lie was considered a cardinal sin. Many tablets excavated at Persepolis are evidence to this fact. Part of a tablet inscribed by Darius the Great says, "May Ahura Mazda protect this country from a hostile army, from famine, from the lie." There are many other inscriptions from ancient Persia that encourages truthfulness. In fact, Iranians considered lying as the father of all corruptions. The Muslim invaders, in contrast, believed that one can tell lie to certain people. The lie of a man to his wife to make her content with him. A lie to an enemy for war is a deception, or a lie to settle trouble between people. Thus, Islam had created a scapegoat for its followers to tell as many lies as they want and blame it on their wives, enemies, or trouble settlement. Nowadays, it is very common to see mullahs preaching such ill manners when preaching to their illiterate followers. The invaders ruled in Iran for 200 years. Early 9th century, the resistance against Islamic fanaticism started with the movement of Babak Khurramdin and Mazyar. Local governments were established in different parts of the Persian territories until total independence was achieved in 11th century AD. The hideous features of radical Islam were gradually moderated through the Persian civility and tolerance. The old wounds from the invaders and their cruelty, however, never healed and remained dormant for generations. Throughout 1400 years, the advocates of the invaders, the mullahs, were at work deceiving naive peasants and illiterates. There was yet another dreadful adversity in the ambush by the alliance of Khomeini the deceiver, some misled intellectuals, and the world left wing to turn the secular Iran into a burning hell named the Islamic Republic. Thus, during the Intrigue of 1979, Khomeini opened the bottle and released the radical Islam monster who brought death and destruction to Iran and spread like a plague almost all over the Middle East. My next video will be about the origin and dogma of mullahs. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.